Hello, common people everywhere. Jen Morrison here on the podcast, CommonGirl Creations. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for watching me on YouTube as well. For those of you who want to see my face in all my glory and home, and you can watch me struggle with lighting and setting up and all those fun things. And hopefully in the coming weeks, I'll have a little studio area actually set up. Because it's the podcast has been getting a lot of feedback, and it's really encouraging hearing from you. And I love answering your questions or directing you to answers that I may not have. I don't plan or pretend to know everything about these topics. I am on a journey, like most of you, if you're listening to me, and I started a little over a year and a half ago, so I'm really brand new to this information, but it's made such an impact on my life, on my everyday life, and how I function, and the clarity and joy that it's brought to me. I was just led to share it some more from my own perspective. So thanks again for joining. Now, I've been gone for a little bit. I had my daughter got married, went on a little vacation. Then when I got back, I wanted to do some additional work. I actually do talk to mentors and coaches as well. It's important to stay really clear as I go through a lot of this information, because I have the ability to absorb a great deal of facts. Just if it's a subject that I'm interested in, just open the floodgates and I can absorb it. So that's really that collecting that knowledge, those step-by-step facts, facts. And I love when I do that, and then I learn or get that information from maybe several different resources, and then I come upon some other teachers that really do, I'm going to say deep dive, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute, but deep dive into these topics so I have a better understanding of them. And then somewhere between the knowledge gathering, the understanding, the application, the trials and errors in my own life, that by the time I speak, there's some sort of wisdom that comes out on the other end that may make some sense. Or it may all just be nonsense to you. And then I would just say, go back and start from the beginning, because it does actually make sense. So anyway, deep diving. So I ran into or found an amazing YouTuber. He's not a YouTuber. I shouldn't say that. He is a teacher. He is absolutely, his gift is teaching. You listen to or watch one or two of his YouTube videos, and he's an absolute teacher. He has it's not a whiteboard, but it's a pad, and the way he takes his notes and underlines, his name's Tom Caron, Kearim, Be Something Wonderful YouTube channel. Now, he explains these laws. It's not even the laws. It's so much more than that. He has a way of explaining, deciphering, clarifying the divine, the divinity that lives within us, the source that lives within us, the energy, how to apply that to our lives, but not only apply it, and it's not more of these. A lot of times you log on to a channel and you're looking for this or looking for that, and tips and tricks. There's just name them all, tips and tricks. Here's the 12 signs that you're manifesting correctly. Here's the 11 signs that you're not. Here's the 3 signs that get you what you want. Here's the 2 signs that get you your SP. Here's how you ignore your 3D reality. Just ignore it. Stop looking at it. Stop paying attention. And you're going, ugh. What? It's not, most of it does work. You should affirm. You should be positive. You should have positive statements about yourself. But you can sit there all day long and say, I am rich, I am rich, I am rich, I am in love, I'm in a wonderful relationship 42 times a day. And the truth is, if you do not believe it, if that is not who you are at your core, if your default state of being is not one of peace, confidence, love, knowing, desire, you're not going to manifest that in your life. It's a lie. It's just a lie. And then it doesn't work. And then they offer you a 12-step program for $400 a month to figure it out. And there, again, there's nothing, look, I'm sure it's helping somebody. Otherwise, people wouldn't be successful. And I'm not even judging and knocking it. I get frustrated about the people because there's people that are really struggling. And they need more than a 30-day program or a 6-month program. They need real direction. And I have followed tons and tons, and I still follow them, and they're great. They're great information, teachers and leaders in this field. Neville Goddard, you'll hear him a lot. Listen to him. I mean, this is back before you would think we would even know, like anybody was even thinking of this stuff. You would think that, Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. I mean, the only thing we have is now. Right now, as you're listening to me or you're watching me on YouTube, this is it. This is the now. You can't do anything to change what just happened or what I just said. I'm not deleting it. And you also have no control over what I'm getting ready to say. All you have is the now and listening to the words coming out of my mouth and deciding whether you agree, disagree, accept, whatever the words are. So, Joe Dispenza, all of his scientific research that he's doing on the brain. I mean, and now we have, and we've also had Bob Nagel. He's really fascinating to listen to, really dives into the laws, but also the law of polarity. If you've listened to one of my earlier podcasts, Bob Nagel, highly recommend. There's just so many good, positive leaders out there. But I honestly, in listening to all of those, I've read over 25 books in the last 7 months. Nobody has been more clear and simplified it, or I guess maybe not simplified it, put it all together in a place where not only do I understand, I know where it's coming from. Everything is referenced back to Scripture. So for those of you that follow or have been told or assume things like spirituality, our consciousness, subconsciousness, laws of the universe, vibration, is somehow not Christian or not real, it's not a religion, it's not about religion, but it really has it somehow goes against what we've been taught about God or Jesus Christ or the Bible or the Quran or whatever. It's not true. It actually is solely rooted in Scripture. And when I was listening and watching, Tom Caron on Be Something Wonderful, the parallels are just so Neville Goddard talks about, all these other people talk about it and they explain it. And have you ever had like those experiences where, just pick a subject matter. I pick this. I'm going to pick ignoring your reality. Or how to abundance, right? And you've listened to like 10 different people and they're saying the same thing. You're kind of getting it. You're getting a little bit more here, a little bit more there, maybe it's and then you find somebody and they just like, it just is like baby talk to you. Like, what they're saying, you absorb it. It just hits you in all the feel good spots. And it's just, it's it. That's it. It's a connection. And that's what happened to me, honestly, in the last 48 hours that I've found this guy. And I think he's just amazing. He's quirky. He's funny. I just love the way he says deep dive so many times that I'm a chameleon. I can actually become like most people around me in a very short period of time. That's not necessarily a good thing. But I started saying deep dive like 3 times. I'm like, what did I just say? And it's because he says it, let's really get into this. But I want to get into this and deep dive. There actually was so much information that I absorbed, and I initially wrote it all down. I thought my notes were really clear and concise so I could communicate that back. Again, I gained the knowledge. I have the understanding. Now I'm going to share the wisdom. And then I look at my page and I'm like, who wrote this? I mean, these are all my side notes and circle notes and arrows, and I flipped it over on the other side, and then I went upside down, and then but honestly, while I was doing it, it made perfect sense. So then I put it down. I went for a walk today, went outside, got some sun, came back and looked at it. I'm like, what? This is not anything that I listened to. So I had to kind of go back and reread my notes. If anybody's ever done that, thumbs up to you. I stopped apologizing for it a long time ago, but so I'm going to pull some things out of all these different lessons that I learned. And I also listened to, or came across, and I've listened to him before, Joshua Tongol, Tongo. I hope I'm saying that right. I watched several of his videos, and it's the tone of his voice, honestly. And sometimes, people can say the most profound, important information, but if it's not delivered in a tone or a manner that is appealing for me, I don't understand them, and I just kind of turn them off. And that goes for females too. There may be some of you now like, I cannot stand your voice, Jennifer. I'm going to go watch the YouTube, or vice versa. That's fine. We all have our thing. We all have our vices. But anyway, Joshua, he just has a really nice, calming tone, and I've listened to him over the last year or so. And just somewhere in between listening to Be Something Wonderful, one of Joshua's videos came up, and it was actually, I was surprised because I had actually saved it and looked like I had watched it several times. And I'm going, I know I watched this and it was good. But I just didn't remember there was, anything so profound coming out of it at the time, something so I re-listened to it and like, oh my gosh, it was like the first time. And I think I even commented that I've listened to it several times, and today it just, wow, it was just, I get it. So all relating to how to not only ignore, or can we ignore our reality, but how to rewrite the script of our life and how to see those results in 3 days or less. So I'm taking about, a couple dozen videos, some books, some background, and I'm going to cram it all in here in the next 15 minutes. So get a pen and paper. And as always, follow, what do you do? Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon if you're on YouTube, say hi from the podcast. I am going to start having guests on. I just wanted to get through the first couple dozen of these just for me to get practice. And then I'm going to involve some, and I'm not really sure yet, but some people and friends, and so we can have conversations, and then eventually I'd like to include you guys. So if you have a comment or anything, you can always email me at commongirlcreations@gmail.com. So let's talk about it. You've heard it. If you followed me at all, if you've ever heard anything about the law of attraction, if you haven't, you're going to hear it for the first time now. And it is this: you attract who you are, not what you want. You attract who you are, not what you want. What does that mean? How does that relate to my 3D reality? 3D reality, we're just talking about your daily, day-to-day life and circumstances. Now, some of us could have a really great life for the majority of the time. It's wonderful, but we have this one area. Maybe it's a relationship with our spouse. Maybe it's a relationship with our children. Maybe it's we're looking for more out of our job or our work relationship. Maybe it's everything looks great, but we just never have enough money, or we have enough money, but that's it. There's no extra. There's just something, there's a longing, there's a desire of something more. That's the first sign that you're beginning a spiritual journey. Now, I'm going to talk about signs really quickly. Signs come after the fact, not before. And I need you to hear this. We spend so much time looking for signs. Am I doing this right? I need a sign. Am I headed the right direction? I need a sign. Am I doing this? I need a sign. And we're putting so much power into a number, a metal, an object, that we're losing the connection, or the focus where it should be. And the focus always points inward at you. The signs come after. Okay? So it's very, very important. We attract who we are, not what we want. And the signs come after, okay? They're the evidence of something that has come to fruition, good or bad. But that's the evidence, is a sign, okay? We don't get cautionary signs. The cautionary sign is your feelings. The cautionary sign is you're living a life you're not very happy with. Those are reasons to pivot and let's go a different direction. It's not working. I'm tired of dating the same guy, even though he has 10 different names, meaning you dated 10 different guys, but it always ends up the same. I'm tired of every time I have money, I lose the money. I'm tired of never having money. I'm tired of always arguing with my kids. I'm tired of always finding these dead-end jobs. I'm tired of the unfulfilled, the not being fulfilled in anything that I do. Just whatever, okay? You attract who you are. Now, for those of you that are listening to the podcast and are just super freaking great and have a great life, this is just another, this is a sign that, you're living a great life because your state of being, your internal state of being is pretty freaking great, right? You know who you are. You don't blame others for things. You accept that the divine source within you knows all, has all the answers. You know that the divine source within you, that is God within you, the creator of heaven and earth, that the power of the universe lives within you, and you listen to that, and you don't pay attention to anything else, because there's nothing really a lot negative going on in your life, because you're allowing source to supply all the greatness within you. Okay? So, state of being. Number one feeling or state of being that creates poverty, creates unhappy relationships and unfulfillment, is the state of being that I am not enough. I am not worthy. I am not good enough. I am not. Wealth is for somebody else, not for me. My family's never had it. I don't know anything. I don't even know what to do with it if I got it. Broken families, it's just broken families. 80% of people get divorced, so I'm just one of them. Just what it is, right? Your state of being is of diminished value of your own person, diminished value of your own worth. It don't care what your circumstance is. If you are not living your best life and attracting the abundance of your actual imagination, you are living in a state of being of unworthiness. And it's a lie that you created very early on, and it is not frickin' true. Listen to what I'm saying. There is God, the divine source within you, the universe, energy, Jesus Christ, God himself knows that you are enough and you are worthy to receive all the abundance that is available, which is infinite. In order to get there, you must first acknowledge that you deserve the inheritance. You are worthy to receive. You are good enough. You are pretty enough. You are skinny enough. You are chubby enough. You are fabulous enough. There's nothing you have to physically do to become worthy. You are worth. You are value. You are enough. Everything else is bullshit. And you learned it somewhere. And most of it has been in our DNA. It's been in our life experience because it's been in our parents' experience. It's been in our environment. It's been all we know. That's why there's only 1% of people that live this amazing, well, I don't know how amazing it is when someone get in trouble, but that's their own alignment. But this amazing abundance of wealth and love, and 1%, guys. So, no, we need to flip that. We need to flip it. It needs to be 50%. I really don't care what percentage it is, as long as you're in that percent. Because I'm in that percent. I am. And I know it because I said so. And I believe it. Okay? So we attract what we believe. We are stuck in a cycle of, I want it. I don't really think it's going to happen. I want it. I don't really think it's going to happen. I want it. I really, he's probably not going to call me. I want it. I really don't think I can do it. It's just a cycle. Stop it. How do you ignore your 3D? Let's jump right into it. You cannot ignore your 3D. It is a lie when they tell it to you. You cannot ignore your 3D. You can do one thing with your 3D. You can look at it and stare at it and give it 10 minutes. And I want you to go and write it all down. Stare at it. Everything you don't like. 10, 15 minutes tops. Okay? I want you to get a piece of paper. I want you to write it down. And I want you to do this. I am not ignoring my 3D. I am writing down the facts. The fact is I don't have enough money or I have no money. Okay? That's truth. Tell the truth. Don't lie. Don't. It's on credit. Don't. Do you have enough money? Yes or no? I don't have enough money. Write it down. Fact. I feel alone. I feel alone. Surrounded by people and I still feel alone. Write it down. I live paycheck to paycheck. You know you do. You know you do. Most of us do. That's a fact. Write it down. Don't ignore it. Do not ignore it. I'm saying it firmly for a reason. I'm in an unfulfilled relationship. Unfulfilled relationship. In a relationship where I do not feel my needs are met. I don't feel like I am the best person I could be in this relationship. Now that could mean marriage, girlfriend, boyfriend, I don't care. Mother, father, work relationship. I don't feel fulfilled. I am not fulfilled. I am in an unhealthy, toxic situation. Doesn't matter what relationship. My business feels like it's failing. I don't have enough customers. I am disease ridden. I've been diagnosed. I have so many diagnoses. I have ADD, ADHD, I have anxiety, depression, I have cancer, I don't care what it is, write it down. You need to get it in the black and white and you need to get your eyes on it. You need to not ignore it. You need to look at it. That's the fact, okay? I want you to write it down. Write it down fast, write it down short phrases. I don't care what else it is. Everything that you don't like in your 3D, I want you to write it down. I'm going to make a, okay, mine's a little messy. You'll make a column. It's called facts. Those are facts, right? Very hard to ignore. But this is what I want you to do. Draw a line down the middle. That's the facts. And now I want you to write at the top of the other column, the actual truth. The actual truth and everything that you just said. Money flows easily and consistently. Easily and consistently. I am wealthy. Write it down. It's the truth. Do you know why it's the truth? Because the source within you doesn't know poverty, doesn't know lack, doesn't know without. God, the source, the energy, it is abundant. It's overflowing. It is not limited. It is there for your taking if you choose it to be. I am unfulfilled. I am blissful. I feel so great about the person I am. I am pretty freaking amazing. I can go take a walk. Now this is going off a tangent. Don't write all this down, but think about it. I'm pretty freaking awesome. Well, he treats me like this, so I feel bad. She treats me like this, so I feel bad. I don't. No. It's not about people treating you a certain way. It's about you standing in front of your mirror and saying, I'm pretty awesome. You're awesome. You're not unfulfilled. You don't know your direction, but the God, the source within you, knows the truth. And the truth is, you have everything that you need. You have every desire is already fulfilled. It's already there. You haven't chosen to take it yet. We're going to get there. I live paycheck to paycheck. No, you don't. The truth is, you're rich. You have more than enough money. Money flows easily and consistently. I am diseased. I am sick. I have cancer. I have anxiety, depression. You are healed. You are healed. It's not enough to be healthy. You are the epitome of health. You are the epitome of health. God does not know disease. God knows. Do you know when Jesus healed the sick? and he healed the blind, and he said, go forth and tell no one. It's because in his presence they were healed, because in his presence he saw no sickness. He saw no disease. He saw no anxiety. He did not see that. And so therefore it could not exist. It's his perception, your perception. Because he believed it, they believed it, and their perception changed and they were healed. We'll dive more into this in a future podcast too. I promise you, you are health. You are wealth. You are happiness. You are successful and you are abundant. That's the truth. Okay? So we're not ignoring the facts. You just read them. You wrote them down. Okay? You done with it? You done? All right? You see it? All right? You got no money? Get sick? Whatever. Kids are paying the ass. Husband's paying the ass. Wife's paying the ass. Job sucks. Whatever. Okay, got it? All right? We paid attention to it. Now, keep saying it to yourself. As long as it takes, repeat all those. Just keep reading all those facts until it feels ridiculous. Until it feels like, come on, I'm not going to sit here and do this. Are you kidding me? I'm done. I'm done looking at it. I'm done saying it. I'm done talking about it. I'm done looking at it. I'm going to focus on the truth now. And once you make that shift, I promise you, once you make that shift, your life will begin to change immediately within 3 days. Because you shift from the problem and the circumstance to the fulfilled desire, the wish fulfilled. Okay? Now, everybody has more specifics in there, but we're going general right now as we dive a little further into these podcasts and YouTube videos. I'm going to post one right after this to continue this conversation. But hear me on this. How many times can you sit there in the morning, look, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough money. Oh my God, I don't have enough money. Shit. I really don't have enough money. Oh my God, I don't have enough money. Money flows easily and consistently. It does? Really? Well, I don't have any money, but it flows. How do you not have money if it flows easily and consistently? How is that possible? Let me go pay attention and go find some ways that money flows consistent easily and consistently. You've changed, you pivoted. Law of polarity, you went from left, you went right. And now you're going down the path of a solution. You're not ignoring the reality, folks. You're not ignoring it. You're looking at it head on and realizing you can make the choice to change it. Now, I'm running a little long on this podcast. I'm going to end it here. That's your homework. I'm going to do another one, and I'll post that as well. So be sure you listen to part 2 of how to ignore your 3D reality. And then we're going to give you some really tips and tricks. It's not tricks. This is not a trick. This is not a trick. Seriously, how many times can you say, I don't have enough money? Oh, okay. I don't either. And I'm not making fun of you. I did this the other day. I sounded ridiculous. I'm like, oh my God, Jennifer. If money flows easily and consistently, where is that? Okay, I'm going to chase that rabbit. And that's how you begin to change in any of these areas. Okay? So, running a little long on this one. Follow me for part 2 of how to ignore your 3D reality. And we're going to bring in some divine eyes and some divine intervention. And we're going to do, as Tom Karen from Be Something Wonderful says, we're going to deep dive into it. I encourage you to follow him as well. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks for following. Like, share, subscribe, whatever you have to do. Get this word out if it meant something to you. And we'll talk soon.